Lydia. I'm 15 years old and in the 9th grade, and I'm from Mountain Springs Church in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Today, I will be giving a literary interpretation of the book, The Oak Inside the Acorn, by Max Lucado. And my target audience is TNT girls. I chose this book because in 2 Corinthians 5:15, it says that those who live should no longer live for themselves, but for him who died for them. I often find myself getting so caught up in fear of the future and what I'm supposed to do with my life that I forget my purpose is to live for Christ. And the best way I can do that is to just be the person God made me to be. The acorn looked at the world around him. Green hills with their backs in the distance. Bright daisies bloomed below him. The world looks so big, the little acorn said to his mother. I'm just glad to be right here with you. His mother was a tall, beautiful oak tree. I'm glad too. It's good for you to be here with me now. But when your time comes to go into the world, you'll be fine. Mother Oak hugs little acorn in her strong branches. Within you is a great oak, little acorn. Just be the tree God made you to be. The thought of letting go and leaving the safety of his mother's branches was scary to little acorn, so he tried not to think about it. But deep down, he knew the time was coming. The time to let go came sooner than little acorn wanted. He was resting one summer afternoon when, thud, the tree shook. Little acorn began to swing back and forth. His stem began to pull away from the branch. Oh, Mom! It's okay, little acorn. It's time. You've got to let go. Down he fell, slipping through the leaves until he landed in the back of a pickup truck. The truck vibrated and began to drive away. It's okay, little acorn, his mom called out. Within you is a great oak. Just be the tree God made you to be. Little acorn barely heard the last few words. The truck was already moving down the road. As the truck bounced, so did the little acorn. Ouch, he said. This is rough. It gets better, he heard a voice saying. Rolling over, little acorn looked up at a young tree. Who are you? I'm a new little orange tree on my way to be planted. Okay, little orange tree, it's time for you to be planted, our farmer said. He took the tree and was gone for a long time. Little acorn stared at the sky as it began to darken. He missed his mother oak and her strong branches. This would be his first night away from her. The tailgate banged and the farmer jumped in. A quick sweep, he said, and I'm headed home. Little acorn had never seen a broom before. He barely saw this one before it sent him high in the air. He landed in the soft dirt. I was wondering what happened to you. It was Orange Tree. Is this your new home? It sure is, and it looks like it's your home too. Orange Tree, what do I do next? Just settle in, little friend, and rest. God will make you grow. And so little acorn did just that. That night, that week, the next month. When little acorn awoke, he didn't know where he was. He stretched higher and higher until he popped out of the dirt into the sunlight. Well, look who's awake. Hello, Orange Tree. Have I been sleeping long? Long enough to become a young tree. Little acorn looked down at himself. I've changed. His round shell was now a slender trunk. You were growing up. Now, you were a little oak. Little oak strain means sort of a bit taller. But even at his tallest, he was much smaller than the other big orange trees. Then, one day, Orange Tree called out to his friend, Little oak, look, my first orange. The other big trees spoke up. He'll have many more, they said. So will I, announced Little Oak. The trees and the girl laughed. "You'll never have oranges," they said. Little Oak straightened and pushed as hard as he could, but no oranges popped out. When the farmer came to collect the fruit, Little Oak was worried. He had none to give. "Well, hello, Little Oak. How did you get here? I know just the place for you." The farmer carried Little Oak out of the grove and took him to the big white house. Then he dug a hole in the dirt and set Little Oak inside. Little Oak liked his new home. For the first time, he saw taller than almost everything around him. Little Oak was stretching his roots into the dirt when he heard a, "Hi, I'm Pink Petunia. Who are you?" Little Oak looked at a bright flower near the house. "Well, you're soft and smell sweet. How about you? Do you grow flowers?" Little Oak never remembered seeing flowers like petunias on his mother. But still, maybe oaks could grow flowers. Maybe I could. Maybe that is what I'm made to do. So he tried to grow flowers. As the sun grew hotter, the other flowers unfolded into rainbows of pinks and reds. Little Oak, however, just grew taller. Finally, he decided to rest. The sky grayed and the whole garden slept. When the sun warmed his branches, Little Oak awoke, only he wasn't so little anymore. Little Oak was becoming Big Oak. Many years passed, and each year, Big Oak grew bigger and wider until everything in the farmer's yard looked up to him. Now Orange Tree and the flowers called him Big Oak. But he still wondered what he was made to do. Then, one day, a young farmer came and brought 2 ropes and tied them to one of Big Oak's branches. Close by, a little girl watched. "Can I do it, Daddy? Can I swing?" "Go ahead." And the little girl with bright blue eyes sat in the swing. Big Oak felt a tug, but barely. He was strong and Little Girl was small. With her daddy's help, she swung forward. Not too far, but farther the next day and farther the next. Big Oak loved the sound of the little girl's laughter, her squeal of delight as she swung higher and higher into the air. Yes, Big Oak loved Little Girl. She played in his branches, climbed his trunk, and together they grew. And at last, Big Oak knew he had become the tree God made him to be. In time, Little Girl didn't swing so much. She sat more and played less. Little Girl was becoming Big Girl. She spent many blue sky days leaning against Big Oak's trunk, watching the clouds drift by. Big Oak knew Big Girl had a big question on her mind because she said things like, "I don't know what I'm supposed to be, and how can I know who I am?" Big Oak wanted to talk to Big Girl. He knew just what to say. He would say, "Within you is a great girl. Just be the person God made you to be. Orange trees grow oranges, flower plants grow flowers, and oak trees grow big enough and tall enough to hold little girls until they become big girls." But he couldn't say the words. One day, Big Girl was so sad. She just sat, sight of tears flowing down her cheeks. "It's hard to let go," she said. Then Big Oak had an idea. The next time the wind blew his branches, Big Oak let one branch shake more than the others. A little acorn popped loose and landed in Big Girl's lap. She started to toss away, but stopped. She turned and looked at Big Oak. "Were you ever this small?" "Of course you were. You grew into a big oak from a little acorn. All you did was become the tree God made you to be." Her eyes brightened. "Do you suppose that's what God wants me to do?" "Of course he does. Now it's time for me to let go and become the person God made me to be." She smiled and put the acorn in her pocket. She looked at the swing. She looked at Big Oak. Without a word, she said goodbye. Without a word, Big Oak